Boys, today we are back, and today I am going to be talking about Kamaru Usman potentially getting the next title shot at welterweight. Now, I know I'm very late to this, but I just started my channel. I haven't got, an opportunity to talk about this. And, I thought this would be a good time to talk about this just since Dana White just unleashed the banger news that he released yesterday. He made us wait 10 hours for Adesanya versus Piper. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about, another time down the road where he's going to make us wait 10 hours to, probably announce Islam Makhachev versus Kamaru Usman. So let's just get right into it. Islam Makhachev is most likely going to fight Kamaru Usman next for the title. Now, Ariel Helwani has said this. A lot of people have come out and said this is probably next. Usman and Makhachev, which I'm going to go over, in this video, have said that, they want each other next. So this is going to happen. Sadly, this fight is so fucking awful. Like, Islam is just going to do terrible, terrible things to Usman. It will not be close. Usman is old. He's washed up. The only reason he did good in that Hamzat fight is because Hamzat gassed out, and Hamzat is, that was before, his time at 185. So that was the only reason, and he got dominated in the first round. Usman got dominated in the first round of that Hamzat fight. It was not close. People will try to say that fight's close. It's really not close. After the first round, Usman maybe won a round, but it was a 30-27. But yeah, this is insane. Let's start right here. Islam Makhachev, explained at the UFC 322, pre-fight media on media day that he wants Kamaru Usman next, which is crazy. I see it from his vision though. I see it from his vision of that. He wants an easy title defense. He doesn't want to go through killers like Protes, like Morales, like Gary, like Shavkat. Obviously, we have to put ourselves in his shoes. If he was to fight anyone and there's a chance for him to fight Kamaru Usman, obviously, we would do the same to get a, I don't know. I would do the same. I'm not hating on Islam about it. That's not my gripe. My gripe is the UFC actually like potentially putting this together and like most likely putting this together. But with Makhachev, I'm not mad at him. You know what I'm saying? If you have the opportunity to defend your belt against one of the worst contenders, why wouldn't you do that? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you call him out? I can see how fans are pissed off because we want to see the best fight the best, and Usman isn't the best. But from a Makhachev perspective, I'm not mad at him for it. He's trying to fight the easiest guy. So I'm not mad that he said this, but it is annoying that, Ali Abdelaziz is both of their managers. Like, obviously he has some, influencing, which I'm going to get to later in the video, but this is it's just crazy. I'm not mad at Islam, but, he did say this. He did say he wants Kamaru Usman next. This is where, it didn't start here because after Usman won, he was saying he wanted to get a title shot after he beat Buckley, which is just crazy. You've won one fight, other than that Buckley fight since 2021. Yeah, 2021. So you don't deserve shit. You deserve nothing. So so this is where it didn't start here, but this is where it started to brew, that it could potentially be next. And then this was November 25th. This was 3 days after UFC 322 in Madison Square Garden in New York. Ali Abdelaziz says Usman is next. Everyone needs to relax. And now this got major, obviously 571K views. This got major reaction in the Twitter world. You can see a comment here. Number 8 Usman, who was 1-3 in his last 4 and lost to Leon Edwards twice, is not next when there are clearly multiple better contenders. Obviously, this is how everyone feels. Obviously, Ali's gonna go for his guy. Try to big up his guy. Get his guy to get the title shot. Plus, if Usman and Makhachev are fighting in the title, I'm pretty sure he gets money from both. So it's like a win-win for him. But the way the guy just goes about it, obviously no one likes Ali. The guy's a fucking, I don't know, I almost just said it, but the guy's not good. He shouldn't even be allowed in the country. So this is just absolutely insane. Nobody wants this fight, and it's crazy for me. Perceived from Dana White that reports of this fight are actually in talks and happening. It's just absolutely crazy, man. And this is why I kind of want Justin Gaethje to win at UFC 324 is because if Gaethje wins, Ilya's going to move up, and then we get Ilya versus Islam, which is everyone's most anticipated fight, that they want right now. Most everyone, that's mine. But yeah, that's why I'm kind of rooting for Justin because I don't want to see this. But if Patty wins, this is real. This is real life. This might be on the fucking White House card. This might be the main event of the White House card. Let's be real. With Dana White's, dog shit matchmaking, dog shit ideas. Dana White's actively trying to bring the company down. So I could actually see this happening on the White House. My genuine reaction, like, look at these memes. If Islam gets Usman next, Ilya should fight BSD. They're both ranked 8th. Like, come on, man. So, I don't blame Ali for this either. It's like more of the UFC's part, but like obviously he's trying to like big up his guy, and he wants his guy to get a title shot. So I don't blame him from here. But then this next one is just crazy, man. This next thing I'm gonna show you. This is a video from MMA Junkie that was posted like a month ago. It was back in November. Ali Abdelaziz claims he influences UFC matchmaking, bro. Claims he influences UFC matchmaking, and it's probably true. Like, I'm not even saying like that's false. Like, that's genuinely probably true. Like, that's genuinely probably true. He got Justin Gaethje a title shot when no one wanted Justin Gaethje to get a title shot. Why'd that happen? Ali's probably has something on Dana too. That's a whole nother topic, but I think that could be a reason, why this is like, happening. Him and Dana are like close, and Gaethje got a title shot, so we obviously could see Usman probably getting one. So. This is another one. This is just a crazy statement by Ali. Like, he influences UFC matchmaking, and it just like proves like the UFC. I don't know if they're trying to destroy their company, but it kind of proves that he's not lying. If you give Gaethje a title shot, which no one was asking for, he's also had one win in his last like 3 fights. Maybe he's beat Fiziev twice, the number like 11th ranked contender. So maybe he's got 2, but he's on a 1-fight win streak. That's all I know. He's on a 1-fight win streak. And he gets a title shot. So why doesn't Ali, claim he influences UFC matchmaking? I believe him at this point. I believe him. With Gaethje getting the title shot and Usman probably being next, I believe him. So this was crazy to come out and actually say. I do believe this. In the UFC, just like, what are you doing? How, like, even if you are working with Ali, like, what, tell your guy to like pipe down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Direct influence, it says right here, framing as advocating for his fighters, denying direct influence. But come on, him and Dana talk all the time. They're like buddy. So it's just actually insane how Usman might get this title shot, man. And lastly, the last thing I'm going to show you, this came out recently. This came out like a few days ago. You know how the UFC puts on like fights, like free fights? They just recently put on a Kayla Harrison fight versus, whoever opponent. They put Amanda Nunes versus Ronda Rousey on the UFC YouTube page. They do these making fights, like they put out free fights is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, no editing. They put out free fights about the people that are going to fight soon. And they randomly dropped this. This was 6 days ago. So less than a week ago, they randomly dropped Khamzat Chimaev versus Kamaru Usman. And you can see the title of this thing on Reddit. Yeah, Kamaru's definitely getting the title shot, unfortunately. Why did they post this, bro? Genuinely, why did they post this? Why are they posting this if Khamzat doesn't have a fight coming up and Kamaru doesn't have a fight coming up? Was this like an accident? Like, they don't post shit like this just for like fun. They only post these full free fights on here when the fighter has a fight coming up. Like, just like I said, Kayla has one. They put a ton of Patty full fights out recently. Amanda has some. So yeah, this is genuinely concerning, and this makes it clear to me that this is probably happening next. This is like the definitive proof I need. And maybe I'm delusional because you shouldn't believe anything unless the UFC comes out with it, but this is actually insane. I think other people agree with me too. This has 61 upvotes, which is decent for a UFC thread. And yeah, man, this is crazy. Why are they posting this? There's no need to post this right now. Khamzat's not fighting till like May, June, damn near. He fights once a year, and Kamaru barely fights either. He has one fight in the last like year and a half against Buckley. Why are they posting this, bro? Why does this need to be posted? And there's no need for this. There's no need for this unless they were going to give Usman the title shot at 170 versus Islam. There's no way around it, man. It's happening. Whether you like it or not, it's happening. I think it's a complete disgrace. Usman does not deserve to be here. And, man, it just sucks, man. It really sucks. And this is kind of like the proof I need. Ariel Helwani has said it multiple times that they're targeting Usman. Ali's influence, Dana and Ali having something. I don't know what type of relationship they have. I don't know if they have dirt on each other or they're just actually genuine friends, but that relationship is sus. And yeah, man, this was the final straw right here, man. Announcing the fight, putting out a full fight with no explanation. Neither of them have fights coming up. So I could see maybe this happen April maybe? No, that's a Miami. Maybe May. I could see maybe a Islam versus Usman fight in May. I could definitely see that. Depending on where it is, that's a decent time after Ramadan too. So Islam has a lot of time to train. So I could see that maybe May, or they just put it on the White House card and say fuck us all with their shitty matchmaking. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If Usman gets the title shot, we riot. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.